Hi, Lou Pulsfer here. I needed to find a word to denote a certain kind of activity that's not really a game, and I've had to settle on the word contest. Now, of course, whenever we talk about game design, words are very important, and many arguments or disagreements about game design are semantical because different people mean different things about the same word. So I'm going to try to define how I use the word contest. It's a competition but not a designed game. And it's a competition where the participants have no influence within the rules on other competitors. That's very important. Participants have no influence within the rules on other competitors. So typically it's doing something that is measurable or timeable or judgeable, and someone does it better than everyone else. Is this the same as a race? Well, most races involve blocking and other tactical maneuvers. If there are no such opportunities to block or maneuver tactically, then it becomes a contest. So your typical swimming race, where each swimmer is in a separate lane, is a contest, whereas a NASCAR race or a Formula One race is a race but not quite a contest. Examples of contests: penny pitching, and if you're not familiar with that, you throw a penny at a wall, whoever gets closest after hitting the wall wins. Hot dog eating, Olympic diving, Olympic swimming, many other Olympic sports. Typing furiously for 10 minutes, whoever types the most words wins. Yes, people do that. Spotting the most bird species in a 24-hour period. Yes, people do that too. Dog shows, budgie shows, or other kinds of bird shows. Who can solve a Rubik's Cube quickest with his feet? Yes, people do that. Most of these involve athletic skills, but it can be any endeavor that can be measured. Frog or turtle racing. Who completes a video game in the least time? It's much harder to think of contests that do not involve athletic skills. Perhaps who can write the best essay? Of course, that requires a judge, and some of these do. Who can design the best game? The ones that are non-athletic are harder to measure and often require a judge, like dog shows and budgie shows. Now, there can be psychological pressure, attempts to psych out an opponent before or during the contest. That's outside the rules of the game. There's a wonderful documentary called Pumping Iron that shows a young Arnold Schwarzenegger putting psychological pressure on his bodybuilding opponents, especially Lou Ferrigno, who was expected to win, but Arnold won, I think, his 5th Mr. Universe. That's not part of the contest. It's not part of the rules. But it's something anyone can try to do to anyone, anytime, when there's competition. There is no game design involved in a contest. At most, you can have some very elaborate contests, such as you see on TV shows, that become puzzles. Then the design is all about making the task more difficult or more time-consuming or more amusing for the audience, not about the players themselves. In most contests, the aim or the objective is crystal clear, not a puzzle, and the problem is to do it better than anybody else. So this led me to wonder, what's the difference between designing a puzzle and designing a contest? Well, as I've said, a contest rarely involves much design. Both are involved with individual players in isolation. Both involve always correct solutions. But in a contest, the solution is obvious. It's the execution that is difficult. Again, most contests are athletically related. To put it another way, the solution in a contest is obvious. The question is how well you can do it. The solution in a puzzle is not obvious. You have to figure it out. The point is this: while you can take any measurable or judgeable activity and turn it into a contest, that's not what game designers or puzzle designers do.